So in this video today, we are going to be doing a review of the RealtyMogul crowdfunded real estate investing platform. Now, I've been researching and studying these different crowdfunded real estate platforms for the last year and a half or so and writing about them over on my blog, Investing Simple. And we actually have a pretty comprehensive article over there on the top 9 best crowdfunded real estate platforms for 2020. So that's a great resource if you guys are looking to navigate these different platforms and see which one is a good fit for you. But RealtyMogul is one that is on the list and it's near the top of our list. And one of the reasons for that is because they have options for both accredited investors and non-accredited investors. One of the issues a lot of people run into with these different platforms is that they are limited to just accredited investors. But the good news is here, we have options for both with RealtyMogul. Now, if at the end of this video you decide you want to sign up for RealtyMogul or learn more about them, there is a link down in the description below to learn more, and it is an affiliate link. So if you do use that link, I earn a commission in the process. Your use of that link is totally optional, but it is a way to give back to me and support my channel for putting this video together. So that is always appreciated, but never expected. So just like other platforms out there like Fundrise or Rich Uncles, RealtyMogul essentially offers investments in portfolios of real estate through non-traded REITs. Now, most of us are familiar with the publicly traded REIT, where you're able to buy shares on a major exchange. This is similar, but it's a non-traded REIT, so you don't buy shares on a major exchange. You buy them directly through a platform like RealtyMogul, Fundrise, or other options out there. And these non-traded REITs often come with a number of benefits, one of them being that in most cases they see better returns than publicly traded investments. And one of the big reasons behind that is that they're not susceptible to the same panic selling that you tend to see with the stock market. So changes in legislation allowed for these crowdfunded real estate platforms to emerge, and they are rapidly growing in popularity. So investors from all over are pooling money together, and that money is being invested in different real estate portfolios through these non-traded REITs. Now, these non-traded REITs are available to all investors, both accredited and non-accredited. However, RealtyMogul also offers a different type of investment called a private placement. And these private placements are where you're investing in one specific property rather than a portfolio of different investments. And because this is a higher risk, higher potential return investment, the SEC limits these private placements to accredited investors only. But there are 2 non-traded REITs available on the platform for all investors, and we're going to cover what those are right now. And both of these REITs have a minimum investment of $5,000. That is one of the downsides to this platform, is the minimum investment is quite high. There are some platforms out there that let you invest as little as $5 or $500. So that minimum investment is a little bit high. The Mogul REIT 1 is the income-oriented REIT, and this one pays monthly distributions. So it's meant to generate income for investors, and it pays those distributions monthly. The objective of the Mogul REIT 1 is to pay attractive and stable cash distributions, and this is accomplished by holding a blend of debt and equity investments, where the interest payments allow them to pay monthly distributions. So you still do have some growth potential here because of the equity investments, but you also have that consistent cash flow from the debt investments held in this portfolio. The current yield on this REIT is 7.81% on an annualized basis after fees. Next up, we have the Mogul REIT 2, which is a growth-oriented portfolio, but it still pays quarterly distributions. So that's one of the main differences here, is that Mogul REIT 1 is going to pay monthly distributions, Mogul REIT 2 is going to pay quarterly distributions. And then do keep in mind, just like the stock market, just like other platforms out there, these distributions are not guaranteed. Now, the objective of the Mogul REIT 2 is to realize long-term capital appreciation while still paying attractive and stable cash distributions, and this is accomplished by primarily making investments in equity and preferred equity investments in apartment buildings across the US. So the goal for this REIT is not to generate as much cash as possible in terms of distributions. The goal is to make money by buying into a property and selling it for more money down the road, making the majority of their money from capital appreciation. But the good news is that quarter to quarter, they are still paying you those distributions to reward you as an investor. The current yield for Mogul REIT 2 is 4.5% on an annualized basis after fees. So speaking of those fees, let's talk about the fees for the RealtyMogul platform. They do range based on the investment, whether you're doing, Mogul REIT 1, Mogul REIT 2, or a private placement, but they tend to range between 1% and 1.25%, which is typical among different platforms out there. This is definitely an option you should consider if you're looking for a passive way to invest in real estate, because it's one of those investments where they do all of the work for you. They vet the properties, they build the portfolios, handle all of the documentation, and you simply invest your money and pay them a small fee for taking care of all of that legwork for you. And the other good thing here is that they do offer two different portfolios, one being growth-oriented and one being income-oriented. It would be nice if down the road they offered more of a blended portfolio that had both growth and income potential. And my other complaint with them is that that minimum balance of $5,000 is a little bit high and out of reach for many investors. Now, it's important to remember with any crowdfunded real estate platform that this is a long-term investment, and you should not be investing in these platforms if you don't have a minimum time horizon of 5 years or more. So if you're looking to invest your money for 1 year or 2 years or something like that, this is not going to be the investment for you. But if you are somebody who's looking to invest in private real estate deals for the long term in a passive way, RealtyMogul is definitely a platform you should consider. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I hope this helped you out in terms of making your decision. If you want to learn more about this platform or sign up, there is a link down in the description below. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.